Hello there, everybody. This is Cholera, and I'm with none other than SC2GG Rise, and we're going to be watching none other than Yellow Arnc versus Luxury. There is Yellow Arnc playing for Height Sparkyz. Different name, same red chicken on their shirt, though. OGN evidently decided not to sponsor them anymore, turned off by Yellow Arnc's horrible smell that he left inside of their mansion. They decided to evict them. Actually, I have no idea why they changed name. But yeah, anyway, Yellow is going to be playing his brother, former teammate, Luxury, who of course just won the MSL. And that is certainly more impressive than anything Yellow Arnc has ever won his entire life. That's right, even like the 5th grade spelling star. Well, actually, I guess they don't have spelling in Korea. Yeah, they do. It's got spelling. Whatever. He got the gold star and Luxury didn't, but Luxury got the MSL finals. So Yellow Arnc probably really wants this game, I gotta say, just to show the world, hey, I'm still alive, you know. I got the same genes as him.
Yeah, but he's got the less cool genes for sure. I definitely think that Luxury is he's got the cooler name. I always thought that he was the better player and arguably the stronger twin. We don't actually know how old either of these players are. I guess we should say that, but who cares? It's still fun to make fun of them. You know what I was thinking about twins while you were talking is one of the really cool things about being a twin, an identical twin, is you can try different haircuts at twice the speed of a normal person to find out what looks good on you, right?
Oh.
You'd have your one twin have like a mohawk, and then you could like just completely shave your head and be like, hey, wait, I would look cool with a mohawk. I'm going to go grow a mohawk. And then all you got to do is convince your twin that has the mohawk that he looks like a tool, and then he can grow out his hair and look like a girl, and you could be the cool one with the mohawk. It's all mind games, you know? I think it would be pretty cool. I wish I had a twin. I don't have a twin. Anyway, this match, did we say what map they're playing on yet?
No, we didn't.
No, I don't think we did. Battle Royale! That's right, we got the Korean brothers going at it in the ultimate mirror match on the ultimate ZVZ map this year. I think this is a perfect ZVZ map, such close proximity, and certainly going to make for an exciting game. And it looks like Luxury appears to be sweating already and almost uncomfortable as he yawns there in anxiety. That is most definitely an anxiety yawn right there, because there's way too much energy surrounding this match. I mean, this is one of the most fun matches you can do out of regular players who aren't the top of the top of the top. I mean, these are both good players, but, you know, they're not Jaedong versus Bisu. It's fun because, you know, this, again, ultimate mirror match, ZVZ, twin versus twin, and the question is, will they have the same build order on such a tight, great ZVZ map that I think that Battle Royale will be? I don't know. We'll have to watch and find out.
Yeah, and then it's definitely not your standard ZVZ either, not necessarily, because you do have those assimilators. Now, is there a possibility of some kind of assimilator defense even? You know, kill your own assimilators, or try to kill your opponent's assimilators? Who knows? You know, these players probably do know, though, and we'll be watching the pros do it. You know, basically, they do often play the same. I don't know if you were the one who dual casted it with me, but do you remember that game on Arnc when both of them went for the far expansion, like the hidden hatchery that nobody ever goes for? They both did it when they were playing the last mirror match I watched with them two playing each other. So they both went for a crazy unorthodox strategy because that expansion was not their natural, of course. The natural doesn't have gas, so they both expanded into the corners. Anyway, there is the freaky looking KTF mascot who I don't like. He is the enemy of good fashion and good taste. And by the way, let's point out the colors. The red Zerg is Yellow Arnc playing for Sparkyz, and the yellow Zerg here is Luxury playing for KTF.
Luxury's yellow and yellow's not. I bet that pisses him off. Oh, cockfight! Look at the cockfight! We got a cockfight!
I think it's the oh really owl, actually. You know how the owl's like, oh really? Yeah, really.
That would be
That's
funny.
that owl.
That would be awesome. So, yeah, it looks like both of them starting off with a 12 build of some sort. We'll have to see if they both go for the quick hatch. There's the white guy with his white guy hair that sticks out from all Koreans' hair because it's white guy hair. And looks like they are both going for a 12 hatch build right away. And maybe that's the best thing to do on this map. Like you were saying, I don't know what the best build is in a ZVZ on this map. Not yet. You know, certainly we haven't played enough games to really find that out. And these players are pretty much going to be the ones that tell us what is the best builds to go. And certainly these two brothers, it should be mentioned that both these players are actually very good at ZVZ in general. So I mean, this is definitely a top-level ZVZ,
Definitely.
even though it doesn't include Jaedong or arguably Effort, who is a very good ZVZ player. Both of these are Luxury's always been like number 2 ZVZ player in a lot of people's minds, and in my mind anyway. And I would argue that Yellow is maybe number 4 after Effort or even 0. I don't know. But they're still definitely in similar ranks. So I guess I'm kind of implying that I give Luxury a little bit of an advantage in this ZVZ, but still I wouldn't put it past Yellow from taking this game from Luxury. So we'll have to see how it works out and how they use these map artifacts. I'm very interested to see how this plays out, just because, like you said, it's got those Troy simulators, it's got the temples in the back, the Protoss temples or whatever temples that they are, and artifacts and all that stuff, the mineral patches. I mean, this has got like all the little toys that they had in the last few Pro League maps that we've been watching, and all in one. And oh my God, they are really doing the exact same build. So I don't know. Do you have any predictions at this point? We're seeing the ultimate mirror match right here, as they even mirror each other's builds at this point.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but they showed us that it's almost the same thing, but Yellow Arnc actually produced one more drone before he went pool. He went like 12 hatch,
okay.
and then he replaced his drone, and then he went pool because he knew his brother obviously wasn't going to beat him with lings or anything. Anyway, it looks like actually Yellow Arnc is killing his assimilator. That is really interesting. He's or damaging it to say the very least. He's using 4 lings right now to kill, and so is Smello Yellow in red here. Sorry. So both of them killing their assimilators, or one assimilator rather. No! Looks like both are going to kill both assimilators and move their lings outside. So I guess both of them want to basically not build any Zerglings for quite a while because you know, they're not going to be able to do anything with their lings. This way, I guess it allows them to get gas earlier. Get the second gas earlier is my presumption. They can just pick out that second gas without worrying about, you know, getting more lings to help defend or anything like that. So yeah, both of them have brought their lings into the middle of the map, and both of them, oh wow, look at that. That's what I mean. They don't have to use their minerals to build more lings. So we see Yellow Arnc building a 3rd hatchery, and we don't see it just yet for Luxury. So Luxury right now is on a slightly different build. Basically, both of them are in slightly different builds. It looks like Luxury is actually opened up the middle here, so now he will have access to the back of Arnc's base, and this could put a lot of pressure on Arnc here. Arnc putting up the 3rd hatchery, which means he won't have as many minerals to build lings, and this means that if this temple goes down, he could be in a lot of trouble.
Well, the interesting thing is that Luxury actually went outside the middle temple, the middle artifact, or whatever you want to call that, and now he's breaking in the temple of the back of Yellow's base, and really Luxury, these damn colors are messing me up. Luxury still has the temple behind his base, so even if he opens up this temple, he will still be protected behind his temple because he let his lings out and destroy the assimilators from outside of his base, whereas obviously Yellow has done it the opposite, and now Yellow has a sunken up, so it's going to be very difficult for Yellow to do anything, Luxury to do anything. Luxury is going for a run by, though. He's going to see if he can snag a couple of drones here. He does have speed. He is run right into the main base. He's not going to, he got 1 drone so far. Looks like he's going to maybe get a second. He gets a second drone, and so his little gambit has paid off a little bit, but he is going to be down a hatchery because of the choices that he's made. But the question is, will he have tech up quicker? I don't know. Muta already out for Yellow, and Yellow going to be able to fend these off very easily at this point. And we'll have to see if Luxury has Muta as well. It looks like he does, and so we may see the first of some air battles going on here.
Oh, absolutely, and I don't know if that was enough damage there to make up for the... Oh, wow. Look at this. Yellow's killing his Ling so he can get out a couple more food, or empty up food count so he can get maybe some Scourge out or an extra Mutalisk out. He realizes, I guess, that he doesn't need any more, he doesn't really need that many more Lings. I guess he's not going to go on the offensive, and he feels that his one sunken colony and his Air Force will be able to defend against any future Ling incursions. I'm not sure if that assumption's completely right, but doesn't matter. It looks like Luxury is going to go in. He picks off 2 drones right there, so I would definitely say Luxury is the one with a slight advantage in this game. And big air battle happening here. A lot of Scourge being landed on Yellow's red Mutalisks, and meanwhile, Luxury following up with more Scourge. Yellow's in big trouble, I think, and Luxury right now looks like, no, he's actually retreating. Somehow, Yellow has managed to win that air battle. Maybe it was slightly earlier gas, or maybe it was that extra Muta that he got out. Who knows? But it does look like Luxury is now the one retreating.
Yeah, but I don't know if you're keeping count, man. We've seen that Yellow has lost a total of 5 drones. He actually lost 3 in that little Muta attack. So now he's down 5 drones from what Luxury has. And even though he's up an extra hatchery on Luxury, he can't really spend enough right now to make use of it. I mean, Luxury has, look, he's got his 3rd hatchery going up right now, and he's at full economy. He hasn't taken any of those hits. They're showing the empty larva there. He just can't use it all quick enough because he's already lost those 5 drones. And, you know, what do you do with those drones? There's 4 drones on gas right there, by the way, so he is trying to get the absolute maximum that he can out of that geyser. I don't know if that's really the intelligent thing to do or not. It looks like another couple drones might go down. No, it looks like we're going to see another air battle. Scourge is landing on both ends. Neither player really microing against them, and Scourge is just landing all over the place. Looks like Luxury is finally going to try to micro. The Scourge is doing a pretty good job right there, and now maybe he's going to be able to take out an Overlord there and potentially some more drones if he decides to, but it looks like no, he's going to go back, regroup for now, get some more Muta and Scourge together, and at this point, you know, can Yellow really get that economy back up and running at this point? He looks like he's going to lose a couple more drones here. That's 6 drones down. It looks like just pot shots going in and out with those Mutas, doing exactly what Mutas are great at with that just... mobility of air units is just insane, and that's why ZVZ is all about Muta on Muta action. I mean, they're so powerful for what they can do against the other Zerg. And look at this, Yellow obviously feeling the pressure here, putting down a Spore colony. Looks like he loses another unit. I don't even know what that unit was. Another couple of Muta going down, and more air battles here that Yellow just seems to be falling behind on. But now he's got the Spore there to try and help him. Another drone going down. I don't know if any more will go down, but that's a total of 7 drones down for Yellow, and Yellow is taking some heavy losses.
And Yellow is the one right now who has also spent, let's not forget, 2 more drones and some minerals on an Evo Chamber and a Spore Colony. On the other hand, Luxury right now has not used drones for anything. He hasn't lost any drones. He hasn't used any to build those excess buildings there, those defenses. However, this does give Luxury a little bit, gives Yellow a little bit of a defense to fall back to, of course, even if he is a little bit behind on his air, whereas Luxury right now doesn't have that, of course. He's still just working off of just his Mutalisks. Meanwhile, a drone just ran past those Lings of Yellow's. Interesting enough, Yellow probably didn't see it, and now Luxury has expanded to the corner of the map. Maybe Yellow pretended not to see it, and he's actually going to just attack it later when it gets up. Who knows? But now Yellow's actually the one doing a little raid here on Luxury. He picks off 2 gas drones there, and Luxury is the one who's not prepared. I do think somehow Luxury has managed, Yellow has managed to have more Mutalisks in the air than Luxury. I think it's because he got more free hits off on those Mutalisks while Luxury was busy killing the drones. Every time he would swoop in, Yellow would be able to attack the Mutas, whereas Luxury would be microing against the drones. Regardless, it seems that this time Luxury is not going to pursue. This time there's also a drone out in the middle. It might accidentally lead Yellow Arnc to the new expansion that Luxury is trying to make at the bottom left corner.
And it should be mentioned that we're super late game ZVZ right now, by the way. I mean, this is like when players expand for a second time, this really is late game ZVZ. Like battle cruisers. So for all you guys watching this going, wow, this doesn't seem all that crazy. It is. If you watch ZVZs of games past, Hogil versus Hoja, for example, I mean, that is the typical length of a ZVZ. Yeah, definitely. And now it looks like Yellow is actually attacking that bottom left expansion of Luxury. Luxury debating on whether or not he should go try to defend that. But now his three fronts are pretty far from each other. So he sends, looks like one lone Mutalisk over there to try to deal with those couple of Lings.
What?
That have been sent over there. No, he sends over a couple of Lings of his own to deal with Yellow's Lings, and he can't really get much up there right now because he's just going to be very careful. But one thing he will be able to do, if Yellow decides to go all the way down to the bottom left base, looks like it definitely appears he's debating doing that. He may have an advantage to take out some drones at the main base of Yellow. So, I mean, Yellow taking a little bit of a gamble here, but it looks like he's focusing on the hatchery. That hatchery is going to go down, no question. Luxury is doing exactly that, countering to the main base, and now it's basically a race back to the main, and really, he's got Scourge to intercept as well. Looks like he's going to just take out an Overlord instead, and he's going to take a hatchery loss. And you know, it looks like the top left, I don't know if that's a base or not, but it looks like we may be seeing a new base going up from Yellow.
Oh,
it is. And a couple of Lings harassing that as well, but it looks like they're going to get cleaned out before he loses that hatchery. So both players definitely still on pretty even footing right here, and I don't even know who has an advantage at this point.
Wow, this is really interesting. I mean, you're right. Luxury just suffered a loss. I would actually say they're about even right now. Luxury's advantage, I think, has been closed here by Yellow Arnc by killing off that hatch. That was quite important, actually. I mean, 300 minerals plus the time plus everything. Just you know, this really has evened up the game. And in fact, Luxury, I would say, is at a disadvantage because he doesn't have those static defenses. Yellow Arnc does. Oh, actually, no, never mind. There's Luxury with a spore colony too. So Luxury has spores also. This is definitely unusual ZVZ here, so definitely this was a great game to recommend. By the way, you're free to send me at least any PMs with future game recommendations if you're one of those people who like watching them as they are played live on DOM or something like that, or GOM or whatever. And you know, if you watch them live, then definitely PM me with suggestions like this one. There are a ton of Scourge all around the map here from both players. Just look at these clouds of Scourge. They don't. I guess they don't want to clump them up because they don't want to lose a lot of them very quickly without being able to micro, you know, correctly. They're just all clump up, and you wouldn't be able to move them and surround the opponent with them. I don't know why they're all spread. I think that makes sense. Anyway, both players have their third bases up, or at least Luxury will in a second. And right now, it seems that both are just micro. I actually have this on low quality, so what does the upgrade say for both players? Is it +1 armor for both?
As soon as I actually pay attention again when they show it, I'll let you know. But it looks...
Okay.
Oh, he just clicked off the muter right there. It was so close. I'm sure I'll click back on him in a sec. So it looks like in the meantime, bottom right base has gone up for... what's the yellow player? Luxury.
Luxury.
He's not yellow. Looks like he's actually got 0-0. I mean, I got the HQ version here, but it's a little difficult to see. It does look like 0-0 on at least Luxury's mutas. And we'll have to see if any upgrades were going on for Yellow over here. As they click on... No, they didn't actually click on the muta, and they're kind of just going over the upgrades very quickly. It looks like we're going to see another big air battle here, and oh my god, he goes right into the Cloud of Scourge, but now his own Cloud of Scourge come by and just start attacking all over the place. It looks fairly even in the outcome over here. Both players taking heavy losses in muta number, but no, Luxury definitely falling behind in that exchange, but because of those static defenses, there are not enough mutas to actually do the damage they need to do to Luxury's base to take him out of this. So really right now, Yellow's in a tough spot. I mean, there's a spore colony at each base except for the bottom right expansion. It looks like there is a +1 armor upgrade for Yellow's units, and that may have actually won that little skirmish after all. And Luxury at 0-0, definitely just not able to do as much damage or absorb as much damage as his brethren was able to do, and now it looks like Yellow is on the rampage a little bit. He is more aggressively floating his muta around the base, looking for weaknesses, seeing if he can do some little distractions. At the same time, Luxury is heading to the top left with a group of 4 Lings. It looks like, and looks like he managed to take out 1 drone there. And here we have Lings inside the top left base. At the same time, a lot going on. Another large Scourge cloud, but it looks like he's going to be forced back once again. and all those drones going down. He takes out everything with
Wow.
those 4 lings, and he actually is sending a few more. And if Yellow is not careful, he's going to lose that base. Great micro. I don't know what happened right there. I don't know if he had upgrades on those lings or what, but he's able to take out all those lings. It looks like he may take out the hatchery at the top left. The Muter are coming, but it looks like they're not going to get there quick enough. It looks like it's going to go down.
Wow.
It's coming very close. It goes down, and now I think that Luxury has gotten himself back into this game. Maybe not in the lead quite yet, but certainly evened it up a lot. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much going on there. It seems that Luxury lost the air battle because his Scourge came in late, but he wins that ground battle, and I think that was a little bit of a mistake from Yellow. He did micro his lings. He had 2 lings sleeping on the job. I think with his 2 lings and his drones, he could have taken out those 4 initial lings, but doesn't matter. Right now, we have a big attack. Scourge coming in from everywhere. This time, I think they're all landing on Yellow's Mulist, and this time, it seems that Yellow Arnc is going to be... Is he going to lose this battle? There's a couple more Scourge coming in. It does... No, but there's more Scourge coming in from Yellow, too. Wow, it looks like both of them have destroyed completely their both of their Air Force. I mean, this is like the Blitz here, you know, in World War II. London, over London here, basically. And it looks like the Germans, if you call Yellow Arnc, the Germans have managed to take air superiority for a tiny moment. But no, it does look like Luxury takes it right back. And he's got lots of spores in his main, so that's not going to go anywhere. But yeah, I mean, both players have just sacrificed their air forces. However, Luxury, I think, has an economic edge because he has his 3rd base running, and Luxury, you know, should be able to reproduce his army a little bit faster.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, he had some drone losses there. If not of anything else, they took splash damage for sure. You know, I actually always wonder why Zerg. Well, all right, I don't always wonder this, but I'm wondering now why one of these players hasn't gone Burrow to save those lings. I mean, to save those drones from Muta attacks and things like that when his Muta aren't around. And it looks like one single ling is going to try to do some damage back at Luxury's base, but at the same time, Luxury trying to do the same in Yellow's base at the top left. And Yellow, he is now, his economy is definitely back up and running. He is at full production of all of his hatcheries, whereas we just saw a lot of larvae not doing anything in Luxury's base. So I don't know. I don't know if enough economic damage was done to Luxury where he doesn't have the luxury of making more units. And right now, he could be in a little bit of a deficit to his brother, and more links heading over to the bottom right here. And this is the very interesting part about this map with the expansions in ZVZ is how they transition back to lower tech to try to do damage. I love that about ZVZ. And now we're seeing the first-person view of Yellow Arnc as he is going around trying to do many things at the same time. I didn't catch how many Muta groups he had there, but it looks like his little diversion worked once again, and he manages to catch Luxury off guard. Luxury trying to defend the bottom right, and he's gonna lose a huge grouping. No, it doesn't. He loses one Overlord, and now we're looking at the first-person view of Luxury, showing us he's trying to defend against so much. And I really feel like Luxury is on his heels here. Definitely, the pressure is on from Yellow, and the question is, can he really sustain that pressure and do enough damage to win this?
Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, Luxury, I think you're right, lost a number of drones here at this natural expansion. At his second base, I don't know. He has had it a little bit longer, I guess, overall now than Yellow Arnc, because Yellow is now just putting this up for the second time. So right now, both players, I would say, are quite evenly matched, and the question is either player going to start thinking about Hive anytime soon? You know, because obviously if you have Devourers, that is really the battle cruiser of ZVZ. You hardly ever see it, but Devourers are a great equalizer of air combat. Basically, they take a whole lot more hits, they have more armor, and they destroy mutas in clumps. Like, it's nobody's business with their acid spores. However, maybe I'm hoping for too much because I haven't seen that in a long time in a modern ZVZ, to say the least. Anyway, it looks like some Lings, I mean, the Lings have been just so much more effective for Luxury, I feel, than for Yellow. Yellow, I don't even think has speed yet for his Lings. He managed to get a good raid on the right side, but it didn't kill as nearly as much, of course, as Luxury's success at the upper left, where he took out an entire hatch. And looks like both players are just posturing at this point. Neither of them is doing what I was suggesting, going to Hive. Both of them look like they're just going to play it out here with just Mutalisks and Zerglings. And really, I can't say who's in the lead. It does look like Luxury, I think, is one hatchery up, actually. He built a hatchery in his natural, but Yellow Arnc may certainly have another hatchery, an extra hatchery in his natural also. But I'm pretty sure... yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he does, actually, from earlier in the game. So both players right now, it seems, are just rebuilding. Neither of them wants to attack, but I think the next attack, if it is decisive, you know, should be able to close out this game, given that neither player is going for more tech. So it basically would just be a big Muta fight again.
You know what's really interesting is we're actually seeing, it looks like Yellow might be mining out his main base, which is kind of comical to me.
Crazy.
Because you never ever see that in ZVZ, and you're right about the Devourers being the battle cruisers of ZVZ. Although if there were a super battle cruiser, it would be the Defiler. And I think I commentated a game a long time ago where we saw an epic plague, an epic plague. Yeah, and he caught a plague on, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 control groups of Muta, and then he cleaned up with his own Muta or Hydra or something crazy like that. And I'm almost hoping for that from this, but I just don't think that these players are going to go there. You're right, he doesn't have speed on those Lings yet. It looks like that precious gas that they're mining, every dime of it is being spent for Muta and or Scourge, and it looks like they don't want to spare any expense for anything of the sort. But look at this. Luxury, again with those speedlings, it looks like he's sending them to see what sort of damage he can do, but it looks like he may get caught in a little bit of a pincer attack of his own from his brother. He's got more forces coming. It looks like he's not going to have enough there, though, to really fight this off, but he does have speedlings. But no, he is going to be taken out, and so Yellow is going to be able to defend now his 4th base in his EVZ, his 4th base at the top right. And Luxury, it looks like he has not opted to get his own 4th base quite yet. And you know, this is very interesting because we're starting to see exactly how this map plays out in a long-term ZVZ, and it's pretty exciting. It's very interesting how it keeps going back to Lings, and wow, look at this. Now he does have speed on those Lings, and he's sending in his own counterforce to the bottom right, but that Overlord is going to spot things with enough time, I think, for Muta to get back there to defend that. But it's just a diversion as Yellow was heading in with his own Mutas once again, waiting for the Muta to try to defend this. It looks like he is going to recommit, but no, he can't. He can't seem to make up his mind, and that could be the death of him. It looks like he is going to go in, but Luxury splitting his group of Muta up to try to deal with both of these, this double front attack at the same time, and really that was pretty ineffective by Yellow. He didn't accomplish much of anything there, except to piss his brother off a little bit, but really no damage was done. And look, we are seeing that main base mined out for both players, and that's very awesome to see that. And I'm just curious if Luxury is going to get a 4th base of his own to try to keep up economically with his brother.
And you're right for wondering, and there it is, the 4th base at the bottom left being reestablished for Luxury. So, who is going to be able to take out the other's 4th base, it seems like, is the question. Since all 3 of the initial bases from both players have spore colonies in them, they're going to be a lot less vulnerable. It's going to cost a lot more to try to take them down, especially with air cover over them. It does look like there's a bunch of Lings going out to the bottom left. Luxury is going to have to... Is he going to reinforce? And no, it looks like he's going to go for the upper left and the upper right. So he's going to cancel the bottom left, but right now I don't know if he has enough to win either battle. I don't think he will, in fact. He's not going to win the upper left, certainly. These Lings get massacred. In the upper right, I think there were a bunch of Lings, I remember, from Yellow Arnc hanging out there. So no, he's not going to win either battle. And now Yellow's going to go on a full court press here. He's going to attack from every direction. He's going for Yellow's, he's going right for Luxury's throat here, it looks like, but no, he's now fended off by a cloud of Mutas from Luxury. So this game still completely in the air, no pun intended, and wow, just a squad, like, you know, 10 squadrons here, this gigantic air battle about to happen. I have no idea what's going to happen, but no, Yellow Arnc decides it is time to make this count. He goes in, but no, he runs away. No, Scourge are coming. That was just an escape so that he would get hit by the Scourge. He was trying to take out, I think, the Spore Colony. now it looks like we got Lings going up to the upper right again. So basically both players going back and forth trying to distract one another and both trying to keep their air forces alive. The air force is critical. It seems that Yellow Arnc doesn't want to engage the air of Luxury, so it does perhaps mean that Luxury has the advantage here, and a ton of Scourge landing and more going on. This is going to be the decisive battle here. I think if one person comes out with a Mutalisk edge, he will win the game, and it looks like Yellow Arnc, the red Zerg, does come out with the edge here, but Luxury's still doing damage though. He manages to, looks like he's gonna take out the upper right, but no, the Mutas are going there. Does Luxury have enough time to take it out? I'm not sure. He's not focusing on it.
Well, he's already taken out the drones, and I mean, although I think that it could be rebuilt pretty quickly, he's done some more economic damage. The question is the late game economic damage enough? And oh my god, that is just a lot of Muta, and really, these paltry Zergling attacks are going to peter out very shortly. He just does not have the air attacks to really cope with the amount of units that Yellow has out on the field at this point. And I gotta say, I think that Yellow has just secured this victory for himself just because he came out so far ahead in that air battle, that epic air battle. It looks like he's got +2 for both of these players at this point, and once again going in, catching his brother off guard, and that is a huge group of Muta that there is no way that Luxury can cope with that at this point. He is way too far behind, and although he's got so many bases and so many mining gas bases, it's just not enough. And look at this, look at that huge cloud of Yellow's red Mutas as he goes in. It looks like he's going to kill the bottom left. He's just going to focus fire on the hatchery, I think, and it'll probably take out drones as he does it. At the same time, Luxury is going off at the top right, but that is going to go down. That hatchery goes down, and that's going to be it. In my opinion, I do not think that Luxury can come back from this game at this point, even if he takes out the top right, which I still think is going to get defended. It's not going to be enough to win this match, and not with the Muta count that we're seeing from Yellow. And Yellow has, maybe he is the stronger twin after all. I don't know.
Well, this is one sample size here. I think overall, Lifetime Luxury's done better in these EVZs. I don't know. Someone could check it up. But I'm going to guess it's mainly pretty close. Is going to be, you know, what makes sense because they are identical twins. So anyway, it does look like Luxury is way behind. I'm surprised he didn't use his Mutas in his last attack at the upper right. He didn't defend the bottom left, and he didn't help out the upper right. Now he's going to have to go in for one last-ditch attack. If he can come out the victor in this big air battle, he can make something of this game, but it doesn't look like it. There's way too much red there, and Yellow Arnc is gonna be the one who wins this. GG coming from Luxury. GG, the longest ZVZ I've casted in a long time. I think it's really, I did one ZVZ that went crazy between GG play and Yellow. NC Yellow, not this one, and that was insane also, but that lasted even longer than this. But I think this is the longest one I've casted with anybody else from, you know, the last 3 years at least. So very exciting ZVZ, I gotta say.
And big high fives from his teammates as they realize the epicness of that ZVZ and just how far that game actually went. Luxury looking visibly upset losing to his brother. I think you're right. I think he actually is the more winning brother in Lifetime ZVZ. We will have to check that out. Well, you know what? Let's check that out before the next video that we do, and we'll just tell you guys there. So, you know what? Now you guys got to go check out the next game, Set 3. We'll see you guys there. GG!
GG.